Hello dancers, hello dance teachers. We are going to talk about pirouettes, and I'm going to take you on a little journey and break that up for you to make it possible to do a perfect pirouette. So we're going to start with the preparation. If you could please, dancer, if you could just put yourself in a fourth position for me. Okay, now don't forget, this position is functional. It means that the more you push in the floor, the more resistance you have with the floor and the better spring you have. So those corrections one receives from teachers where you're sliding, basically what they're saying is that if you use this position to its maximum, you're getting a kind of a bow. So you're pushing the floor, push in the floor and release. Right. Now what happens here is, what you're doing is, you're doing that, but the work is actually here, and then the pirouette is a release. Don't actually contract more on the turn. Work more the preparation. Push down and up. Better. So what's happening now with the dancer? Now I'm going to build that. A pirouette is a turning balance. So if you just put yourself on releve passé for me. So the main object here is that you get this as straight as possible and as quick as possible. So if you put yourself in fourth position for me. Now, obviously now it's broken, but it's important, imperative that the dancer gets that as quickly up. Right, so let's build this. This is like cooking. The first part of the recipe is the fourth, the functionality of the turnout, the rotating muscles and the floor. And the second part of the recipe is achieving the right position to turn in. If you just come here a little bit, that's right. So you're working and you're pushing and catch. Much better. So if you saw there, what was happening, the dancer was using the functionality of the fourth and then catching. This is a turning balance. If you could show that again for me. And up. Very nice. Now we're going to add to that recipe. Generally, our arms are from 3 kilos to 4. So if you just relax that. This, if used properly with this, we're talking about from 6 to 8 kilos. So it's very important, dancers, that the timing of this. Now, there are two methods. One is where you open and close, or one is where you bring in the arm. So add functionality of the plie, position, i.e. the turning balance, and swing the arms in the classical form. Swing the arms in a classical form. Swing! Very nice. Very nice. So what's happened now with our dancer, you've separated that. Very nice. You have functionality of preparation, you have correct position, and then the swing. There is swing in ballet, it's not modern. You swing in the classical form. If you open, you swing in the lines of classical ballet. Swing your arms, function, picture, swing. Right. Now the fourth part of the recipe. If you're doing 1 pirouette, 2 pirouette or 3, times them, meaning 1, 2, 3. So if you're doing 2 pirouettes, 2 times 1. So you go front 1, front 1. Same thing, push, picture, swing. Right. Now what's happening here with the dancer is melting a little bit. Now I'm going to clap my hands and you have to hit the front. Hit the front. Break it up. Now think about it. One other thing, our dancers is very keen, that's very nice, but break it up, dancers. Don't just do. You have to find, there is a recipe and it's not by chance. This functionality, this functionality, this functionality, and 1, 1. So, all 4 things. 1, 1, down. Very good. Very good. I will repeat that. First recipe. Second recipe, which is a turning balance. Third recipe. Now some of us do this. Some of us bring the left arm in. Now, what happens then is front, front. Now you're pushing it up, up. Very nice. Very nice. Now that was very clear. Okay, what happened? This is actually very good. I'm very happy you fell off the last pirouette. The next part of the recipe is the finish. The finish of the pirouette is a separate movement. Do not get involved with the pirouette, and if it's gone wrong, continue to think about that into your preparation. Whatever ever happens with your pirouette, the preparation is a different movement. So our dancer just fell off our pirouette. I'm very happy about that, because what we tend to do is we tend to blend everything together. So maybe this has gone wrong, and then we continue that into the finish. Try to separate it. This is one movement, and whatever happens, that's another movement. The finish. Floor, swing, one, new movement. Exactly. So whatever happens, you don't combine the things. And this is the trick, dancers. This is the trick. Don't just repeat something. Try to analyze that. You have to be your own teacher. Find out where that's coming from. Let me see you think. Up. Nice. Now you see what's happened. I'm happy that this is going wrong, because what you did was you continued the pirouette that was going wrong into your finish. Separate them. Your turn is one thing, your finish is something else. And one new step. Exactly. Very nice. Now we're going to add to that recipe. Try this. Now, if you're a right pirouette turner, see something, and I'm going to ask my dancer to spot with her left eye. You're going to spot with your left eye, because generally we're on one leg, we're turning, so the first thing our body does, which is on survival mode, it brings the right eye to the front as quick as possible. This head is about 4.5 kilos. That's an added extra help. If you can get that right, I'm going to ask the dancer to spot with her left eye, which means she will stay longer and then whip the head. Spot, use everything else we've done with the left eye. Left, left, down. Very good. That's clean, so you've got. It's very important to go through this again. First stage, balancing stage. The force of two arms, the force of one arm, finishing whatever happens, and adding your spot with your left eye. Think about it. And finish. Very nice. Now obviously if the dancer was to pirouette on the left side, then obviously you would spot with the right, meaning you leave your right eye as long as possible and catch. Yeah, try it again. Very nice. And this is the trick, dancers. We tend to do something, it goes wrong, and we try again, and we try again. But break it up, there is a method, yeah? And this is why I'm there. So if you could show me with a piqué bourrée, think, and you go, up, 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 up. Work that fourth, swing, swing, down. Separate the movement, try again. Work the fourth, swing, swing, down and finish. Very good. So dancers, let's break this up. We're going to do this in side loop so you can see exactly what's happening. And you go. So here we go. Remember, breaking it up, watching the feet, watching the hips, watching the arms, watching the head. So you plie arms and legs together and finish. Let's take that even slower. The hips nice and straight, the heels planted in the floor, using the arms and the legs together. Remember the tip about spotting, always spot with your left eye when you're turning to the right, and always separate the turn and the finish. Thank you very much.